Good morning everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Now every year I have a picture in my head of how I want the allotment to look this year, and I think you might agree with me that it's looking particularly gorgeous. Everything's worked out exactly as I'd hoped it would, and nothing better first thing in the morning coming up and seeing this. Just awesome. Anyway, enough of that. What we're doing today, we're going to be having a go at making the Tampers for you. So let's pop over to the greenhouse and have a quick look at what we're doing. Right, so these are the Tampers that I made the beginning of this year for Bill. This is for the half tray, that one. This is for the circular one where you want to pop your seeds in. That's great for radish and lettuce and carrots. But if you've only got space for one, this will be the size you want, because it's for quarter trays, quarter trays, and as you can see, it'll do your half tray, and it'll also do your full tray. So that's the one I'm going to be making today, and I'm making this version, which is just the Tamper, and I'm also going to have a go at making one with these on the bottom, because Bill wants 8, but he wants them a bit smaller. It's going to be tricky, but come along. There'll be a list in a moment of what you need coming up on screen, and then we'll get straight into it. Right, so hopefully you can see this, what we've got so far. So is the piece of wood. So in this particular case, it's a very, very old piece of looks like 3-ply, maybe 4, I know 5, I don't know. So I'm trying to get 2 out of it. So I've found the best option is to actually draw around the base, and then if you want to make it slightly bigger when you're doing your cutting, that's absolutely fine. But if you can, nice and neatly, which is what I don't think I'm doing at the moment, is draw around the base like so. Yeah, so I've got 2 spots that I think are pretty okay. Just going to tidy that up, and then I'm going to have a go with the jigsaw. So I'll be back in a second. Right, now I've had a few issues with the jigsaw, so I'm going to use this one. Ladies, as always, or gentlemen, please be careful, because, well, accidents do happen, so bring it out right. Right, so when you're done, you should hopefully have 2 pieces the same. They need to sand down next, so let's do that. Now, of course, you would have checked to make sure that your little template is going to go inside. So there it is. So it's absolutely fine. Perfect size. So now I just need a quick tidy up, and we're going to sort out where the holes are going to go. See you in a minute. Right, so this is where your piece of paper comes in very, very handy. Let's just move that over there so you can get it in the middle here if we can. Aim it down a bit. There we go. Right, so cut it the same size as your little tamper. Then this is where you need to fold it. So what we're trying to do is to find out the best place, obviously, for the handles, and that's for just one of them, and then the best place for the pin. So in half, okay, oops, and then from there fold it in half again, like that, and then like that. So a little bit of origami first thing in the morning, always good. And that basically will give you your spacing there. Then quite simply fold it in half. So from that, hopefully you can see that there, you have where your holes should go for your handles. So if your pencil worked properly, that would make a mark, but obviously mine doesn't. We'll do it again. So straight in there. There we go, that's better. And then there. There, get out of the way. There. So they are now even. So we'll do the next one as well. I think that will probably be the top of that one, rather than the other side, which is a bit manky, I'll be honest. But again, for what it's going to be used for, I'm not overly worried. So again, those perfect position. Keep that, because we're going to do something else with it in a minute. So obviously matching your drill up to your screws, screw holes. Hopefully I have. Here's a drill. Try and get it in a hole there. Just make sure it's going to go right the round way as well. Is before I drill any more, just make sure that I have actually got the right ones, the right drill, so it needs to go through there without an issue, like that. And then obviously your space is going to be on the other side, and hopefully there'll be enough meat on there to go in. I might need to find some longer ones, but for the moment that will have to do. So let's get those done. Whoop. Make sure it's going to go through the hole. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. This one I think is the one I'm going to use for the pins, because it's not the best. And this one is going to be for my friend, so I'll make sure that they get the better one. I'm going to go and see if I can find some longer screws, because I don't think those little ones in there are going to be long enough. But before I do that, this is the kind of wood I like to pop on the handle. I just think it's really cute and a bit bespoke. So all you need to do is just give yourself a bit of extra either side of those pinholes. And you can, if you wish, mark it, which would make more sense really. And then using trusty saw, cut it off. And that is going to look just right on there. Now I will sand either end, but I'm going to go and sort out those screws first of all. I'll be back in a moment. Right, so this is where we need to find out where the pins are going to go in here. So we've got a piece of paper which you did your 3 folds in. So with this now, you need to fold it this way towards the center crease, like so, and then again the other way, and you want to do that on both sides. So, I mean, you can do this by eye if you prefer. It's just an easier way of kind of like getting it almost there, almost spot on, basically. and not have to worry about measuring anything. So here you can now see that you've got the perfect places for your points. Now you do have to measure something, obviously you do. So this across here is, oh gosh, let's see if I can see that actually is from 14 centimetres. So 0 to 7 centimetres. So we're going to go, why don't that be 7? An awkward number. So it's 6.5. Just bring it over there so I can just measure that. So I don't need the half. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking a total rubbish. Right, so 3.5 is going to be, and it comes over a bit, would be helpful. Just there. And then it's just basically from there to half of that and half of that, and the same at the other end. Three and a half. Just there. Should be able to see easy enough with a point from there anyway. And then mark that there and that there. And then you just run it across. Hopefully you're getting all this. Yeah, you are. And then again here. Oops. There we go. That should then give you your points with the crosses of where you need to put your pins. Now Bill wants 8, so you can put 8 seeds in, so that's not too bad, I think. And I bought a bradawl just so that I can push that through. I was going to mark it onto the wood, but knowing me and my dodgy eyes, I won't be able to see it anyway. So I'm just going to make the holes with this bradawl through the paper, so it's easier, and hopefully the marks will come through then. Because then the fun bit begins, which is cutting the wooden pins. Now, Hobbycraft is where I get the wooden poley stuff from. That's the underneath. We need to go through the top, so that goes on like so. Hopefully you can see that. There's one. That one didn't go through. Blue. Okay. Alright, so that's your 8 there, like so. Right, now when I did the first one, which was for the carrots, this was the size pole. Now, in order to get this on here, he wants it to be a bit smaller, which is going to cause a problem. Bill likes to cause problems, so I'm not really surprised. So what I need to do is try and cut 8 of these. So I'm going to use a hacksaw for it. I think it's just easier than trying to use the other thing, and he wants them to be a centimetre long. So I'm just going to mark off my centimetre. So as you can see there, hang on, I hope, yeah, there you go, it's not long. That's my finger. My fingernail. So it's just smaller than my fingernail. So very small. there it is. First one. Weenie. Next is to get it on there. But firstly, I'm going to cut the lot of them, so I will be back in a moment. Right, so next thing, now I have cut all these. A few went into the wood pile on the floor, but hey, who cares? I just cut some more. So next, pop in your little pins. So you need some veneer pins. You can get them from most hardware stores, so they're obviously available in other places other than Wicks. And when I did the other one, I found the best thing to do was to get it so that you can actually feel or see the little pin underneath. There you go. So pop all those in all in one go. No point in messing about. If you need to use a pair of pliers to hold on to them because they're a bit fiddly, I must admit, then do so. Whatever works for you. So when you're finished, you should have all your pins in there. So next, we want to get these little things in. So you need your wood glue. I've gone for this one because that's what I have at home. So it's just literally doubling on the top, bit of wood glue, and then basically finding it where it is in the middle of your pin that you put in there. Push it on a little bit. Oops, try not to drop it like I just did. Just do that again. A double one. Watch the holes in your bench if you've got a holy bench like we have. And there you have it. First one in. Right, I'm going to do all of those. I'm going to do them off camera because it's really going to annoy me. So I'll be back in a moment. Right, well, that wasn't too bad actually. A bit easier. What I did was I managed to push them in and then turn it over and then hammer from this side down. So all good really. So hopefully you've managed to achieve that. For me, I prefer to paint them. I just think because the wood's so old and tatty, it just makes them look a little bit nicer, and hopefully will protect the wood for a bit longer. So just using your greeny paint, obviously Bill's favourite green paint. It's going to take about 3 coats, but whilst it's drying I've got greenhouses and everything else to water, so I can do one plot, come back and then hopefully stick on another coat, and then that just leaves us, while it dries overnight, really hardens off well, to put the handle on. So no bother whatsoever. That was the first bit on there. This one, obviously you've got to do with pins, make sure they're done. I'm a bit of a messy painter, so which is why I tend to put gloves on. It just saves me from getting totally covered in it. But at the end of the day, it's the end result that you want, which is something that looks nice and tidy, is protected, and hopefully will last for quite some time to come. And I will be back when they're all done. I'll see you soon. Right everyone, so it's now the morning after the day before, and they are dry, and as you can see with this one, I have popped the handles on because it was just me giving it a go to make sure the process was correct. So that one is done. That's going to go off to my friend. Now, if you don't want to make a bespoke one, you can find an old handle. This is what I found lying about, and stick the handle on. Obviously, making sure that you, where you mark your holes, to actually seat the handle, but that's another option if you don't want to fiddle about. But if you don't mind a bit of a challenge, then this is what we're going to do with this one. So this is the pins. it has turned out okie dokie. So underneath, obviously the screws will go into the holes like that. Then we need to mark a position on the handle itself. Now, excuse me, mouthful of hair. So basically all you want to do is just put it in line, really. Best way to do it is with a pencil, obviously, or a pen. This particular piece of wood that I cut has got a bit of a roundy bit going on, so I just wanted to try and utilise that. So I'm going to go up there a little bit, just make sure they're going to be in line, and it's going to be there, and it's going to be there. So hopefully putting those screws straight. I know it looks like a lot of fiddling about, but it is. They should hopefully line up, we hope. Okay, alright, so using a drill, smaller than you need. Let me just get the pen out of the way to make sure we're not being unsafe at all. Now, if also top tip before I start doing that, if you don't want to drill too deep, or you're concerned about drilling too deep, then just cut yourself a piece of tape and measure up against what you want to drill. So around about that much I want to go in, yeah, not too far, and just put a bit of tape around your drill bit, and that means you won't go any deeper than that. Now this is just basically a pilot hole, so that when you drill, when you actually drill in the screws or put the screws in, it's not going to split the wood. That's the main object of it. So on a nice bit of surface there, mind your fingers always, and just a little bit of a hole. Same on the other one. Sorted. Okay, so I need to change the chuck, not the chuck, I need to change it over to the screwy in bit, which is what they're called, like that. Okay, right, I'll take that off, otherwise Bill will go mad for messing up his bits and bobs, like they do. Okay, so just now we've got our little covers, so they're going to go over those screws like that. 1, 2, and hopefully the little holes that I've just done are going to line up. So there's one, and there's the other, so they're kind of like looking okay there. But I think it's a good idea if I put a bit of wood glue on there, just to make sure that they are actually stuck in. So I'm just going to use my lolly stick. I'm going to actually put it onto the screw rather than into the wood, because it's just going to go all over the wood. So it's just really just a little bit of extra to make sure that it stays on. A bit more of a double of the glue there would be useful. Get it in picture would be even better. There we go. Okay, so get that out of the way. Just finding that first hole again. Just get that one in the position as well. Now what you need to do is just really be very, very careful. Oops, if that comes off, don't worry. Careful here, obviously. Get it on a hard surface. And just put it in a little bit, not all the way, because this one's come off. So we're going to get that one in its hole as well, which is there. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the hole. There you go. Right, don't want to get it twisted. That feels a bit twisted, that one. No, that's better. And again, make sure you've got a good firm surface to push on. And mind your fingers always. And very gently. Let's check it is going in. It's going slightly left, so I'm going to pull that out before it goes any further. Right, I'm going to have to hold it that way. I do apologise. This is just purely for the camera now. I'm going to go really slowly so I don't injure myself. Okay, so hopefully now should be able to put a bit more pressure on that. And that's in, looking good on that one. And just this one here, again, just be careful. Go as slowly as you like. And there you have your little bespoke tamper. So I'm just going to pop over now with it to Bill and see if we can use it this week for everything he's doing. We'll see you in a minute. Right, Bill's in here. So, hello, Bill.
Hello, alright.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I haven't got you in shot.
No. You're looking at my feet.
Because I'm down here.
You're up there, I know.
Now, I just wanted to point out we have some tomatoes.
Then we have another cucumber. We've had two already. 2 or 3.
We actually have some tomatoes. So there you go. Yeah. And wanted to mention about the half pint peas.
So they're starting to twist and open up themselves now.
Now they didn't do very well, did they?
No.
Something happened. I don't know whether it was
You're
neglect.
going the wrong way again.
Oh, shut up. I don't know if it was neglect or I think it's because I wasn't well and you just left.
I couldn't get up here
and that's what happened. So we've got a few seeds for
to redo next year.
Redo. Right, now I've got a present for you. You can do that in a minute. You know what I've been up to, so it's not much of a thingy. So what you said you wanted to show something over here.
Well, as you remember, we put this up last week.
We did.
And we've already got a fruit there. That's the female.
Right,
and
hang on. No, come on.
That's a female.
Right, so the female's the thin one.
No, it's a bulbous one.
Right, the female's the bulbous one. The male one is the... Oh, okay.
There's a female coming there again, see? Another female there.
Right.
So that one's open, so what I've got to do is find...
So you have to wait until it's open.
And I'll take the male one off.
Take the male one off. So he's got a longer stemmy stalk thing, has he? Well, yeah. Show it.
Well, I'm trying to show it.
Well,
taking it. Well, I haven't got the paintbrush here, so what I do when I haven't got the paintbrush is I peel it all back, try not to touch the pollen.
Right.
And then I place it inside the female.
Okie dokie.
Like you would normally.
Okay.
Birds and bees and all that stuff.
I think it would be easier to see it with a brush because your hands are.
But there it is. It's inside there.
Oh, so you stuck it in there.
I stuck it in there, and then that'll drop off.
Let's see. You stuck it in there.
As they get going, you'll find that the insects will do it anyway. But so we've got another one there. I've got another one there. So at the moment there's 3, possibly 3 on this one.
Lovely. Okay, and this one again. So that one that's a male, isn't it?
That's a male. Yeah.
It's got a longer stemmy bit behind it. Yes.
Yeah, it's not bulbous.
Okie dokie.
So you can see the female there.
Get there eventually.
Look, there's the female. You can see it's female. It's bulbous.
It's bulbous. Okay.
Against the male beside it. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to sow some seeds.
Right. So present for you. I've made this. Oh, look, it's all dirty already. I made this for you, as requested. So wait a minute. I'm not in the right place because you need to get over a bit. Otherwise, I'm going to be outside the greenhouse now. Let's have a look and see if it works properly. So
just got to go in and be pushed down.
I can't see what use your hands.
Yeah, I'll take my hand out. I pushed it in.
Push it in, take it out.
Now I'll take it out. It's left me with 8.
It's left in the holes.
This is what I'm after.
8 holes.
8.
Nicely spaced.
Yeah. Instead of me trying to sprinkle them in and keep them apart.
So what have you got there?
These are Zen Calabrese.
Alright, so we've already done Zen, so you're doing the second sewing of Zen. That's
second
great.
sewing.
Lovely. Let's see if you can get them in the holes.
Yeah, that'll be a fun bit, won't it?
Let's see.
Wow.
Can't see because you're fat finger.
My fat fingers. You keep on about my poor fingers. I've got one that's really fat at the moment.
I
my
know,
thumb.
you had an accident, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, they're quite nice seeds, so they're quite a size, so it's not like lettuce seeds, is it?
No.
Well, there we go.
I'm going to use them up because they won't be any good for next season.
Alright then.
I've only got 3.
So you could have just sprinkled them on the top, you didn't
No,
need
I
to have 8.
didn't. No. But I've got 8 stations, haven't I? So they don't all come up there.
No, that is true. They don't all germinate. Right, well, that is it then, everyone, for this week. I hope that's been helpful. I do apologise to all the craftsmen out there who obviously saw me abusing the drill. Bill will be seeing it and won't be very happy.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It happens.
But it's very handy. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. No, you're very welcome. I won't be making any more, so enjoy it.
Well, I'm thinking.
No, there's enough. There's enough. There's no more. There possibly could never ever be any more, because you can use that for a quarter, a half, and a full tray. So no. Anyhow, if you'd like to do the usual, please, Bill.
I like the way, anyhow, you're not eating anymore. I'd like to say thank you very much for your comments, your thumbs up, and all being well, we'll see you again next week.
We will have a lovely week.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.